with Willie to get that first goal and the way that you got it there. Just how good does that feel?
It's really good. Curious George is no longer on my back. Kicked him off. I thought he was locked on there for a while, and it feels great. Shorthanded, get a plus out of the deal. I was just trying to get it not blocked, but benefit of it going in. Yeah, it was great feeling.
So you didn't see something on there that what the goaltender was doing that this was a possible scoring chance? You were just putting the puck on.
Yeah, I saw Carlos and those guys change, and I figured you got to give them a change. I was just hoping don't get blocked, and go the other way with the change going, because I knew I'd just get yelled at for that. And I went through him, and then I went through the goalie, and I saw the net, little shimmer, and looked back at Molinar, and he was celebrating. I was like, oh, I celebrate too.
So you're saying that may not have been the smartest play by you on that one?
I don't know. I could have went down the boards, I guess, with it, but I figured, hey, goalies are sometimes not paying attention, and he wasn't.
How much of a momentum swing did you feel that goal was in the game? Because it kind of seemed like Northern was what Western and Bemidji had done.
Yeah, you can't let teams hang around, because you hang around at 2-1 for a long time and 1-1, 1-0, they just start eating at you. I don't know. I think the guys fed off that a little bit for me scoring. A guy who doesn't score ever. Everyone kind of had a big smile on their face, was excited, and everyone kind of got up. And it really showed in the second period that we started coming and using our speed to our advantage.
And then getting some goals out of different lines tonight. How important is that depth of your team going into these next couple games that are just NCHC teams?
Oh, it's huge actually, because you start wearing on the first and second lines, and then pretty soon that second or that third and fourth line come out, and it's like our second and fourth, our third and fourth line are just as good as our first and second. So they're going to have to start matching our lines, and then we know those guys can go out and score. They've all shown it, and it's just that grind, which third and fourth lines do. They just grind out in the corners, but our guys are just skilled guys, and they can do that grinding as well. So it's really important to grind down the defense on their team, and going into these next games, which are all NCHC teams, I think, that's going to be huge. We need those points.
Felt pretty good, and obviously the time was running pretty low, and Andy, we just kind of hustled up the breakout, and I saw a chance to go to the net and just kind of threw it on net and kind of got a lucky bounce and went in. But I mean, obviously we've been struggling a little bit on the power play, and sometimes the lucky bounces are the ones that you need to go to get things going.
That first power play chance that you guys had tonight, I actually thought maybe that outing was better for you guys than that last that you scored on. Does that kind of tell you sometimes that a goal maybe isn't always the best indicator of how well power play is doing?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had some good chances, made some good cross-box passes, and had a couple of shots. I thought the power play of both units were going pretty well, so obviously that's a good sign. And I mean, to be able to get a goal again, and especially one like that, maybe hopefully I'll get things going a little bit.
Does that lighten the load a little bit the next time you guys go out there? Are you not thinking anymore now after that goal that, hey, we got to get a goal in this power play? Does it relax you or anything like that? Or?
A little bit, but I mean, we've been trying to take pride in winning face-offs and getting the loose pucks and just kind of doing the simple things on the power play and not forcing it. So I think we showed that a little bit tonight, and I think we just got to keep doing that and kind of not take for granted that we have the extra guy and just kind of play hard and get to pucks. And yeah, you have the extra guy, but you got to outwork those four guys.
To have guys like Willie, Corrin, and Jared Thomas step up and get goals for this team when you guys needed them badly, just how big was that tonight?
It was awesome. I mean, they both played a great game, and Willie's goal. I got the pleasure of watching that in the first row in those penalty box over there, so that was nice. But he bailed me out a little bit. But I mean, that line played really well, and I think our back end played very well for us as well.
And then getting a couple of goals from different lines tonight. How important is this team's depth going into these next couple games where it's just NCHC teams?
Yeah, I mean, as you're coming into the grind at the end, and especially I think a lot of in-conference games, I think it's going to be very key to have four lines going, and I think we have the depth to do that. So tonight they showed it that they played a great game.
But again, we didn't have a great start, which I was a little disappointed in, but I thought we got better as the game went on and had a very good third period, which was the difference.
Nice to see some unsung heroes like a Jared Thomas and a Willie Corrin get the key goals you need.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we talked about just getting pucks to the net, and Willie did. It's nice to get a short-hander. We haven't had one of those for a while. It was nice to get a power play goal. We haven't had one of those for a while, so it's a lot of good things. But yeah, it was good. I thought Jared's line with Sam Perry had a good game. I thought they were our best line in the first period. Those guys came out and worked hard and gave us some shifts that we tried to build off of, and we never really did. But I thought the second period was a little bit better, and thought we had and the puck a lot more in the latter part, the second half of the game for sure. And I thought their goalie was good. We got to get some more shots through, and we had a lot of shots blocked. They did a good job when pucks went low to high. They blocked a lot of shots, and so give them credit too. But it was a good win.
Kind of seemed like early on Northern was doing what Western, but maybe did you guys just playing on the body and mucking things up in the middle?
Well, yeah.
Did you see the same thing? What were you guys able to do?
A little bit. I thought they had more energy than us, and I thought we were standing around a lot, and they were working harder. And talked about it before the game. Don't get outworked. Make sure you respect your opponent, and don't get outworked. I thought we came out and they outworked us. When you're not moving your feet, when our team's not moving our feet, we're not as effective. And I thought we got going as the game went on, and I thought you saw the difference in that. Certainly the second half of the game versus probably the first half.
Yeah. Power play. Hopefully we won't be talking about this too much anymore. That goal, do you sense it was a big relief for your guys out there? Or?
There were some comments on the bench, but again, it's a good start. Like I said, it was nice to see a short-handed goal too. But hopefully it's the start of trying to get a goal again.
You talked a little bit in the press conference about being able to, tell your guys that even though they're not necessarily scoring all the goals that maybe they should be, that doing the right things are going to get them those goals eventually. So do you still feel that way, or do you think that there needs to be more emphasis on?
We got to stay with that, because I think we'll go back. We'll look at the tape. We'll go through those things. We'll kind of see what we did. There was 2 power plays. So we'll see if we, did the things that we need to do, and we'll continue to measure those, because if we are, hopefully we'll have a better chance of success. If you're doing those things consistently, you can't control how good the goalie is. You can't control pipes or anything like that, but you got to just keep going with it.
And then getting a couple goals from, especially the fourth line tonight. How important is that depth of your team going into these next couple games that are NCHC teams?
It's been this, it's kind of the strength of our team. The contributions out of different lines. We can't always rely on one line. It was nice. I think that line got rewarded tonight because they had a good game. And it was a good play. Derek made a good play off a high cycle, and Jared was there. And you get rewarded when you do good things. So those guys got rewarded tonight.